Hello everyone, in this video we are going to solve question number 4 of exercise 5.3. The question says how many terms of the AP 91725 must be taken to given a sum of 636. Means if I add this AP, how many terms will make a sum of 636? So this is a question for sum, and to find out the sum of n terms, we have a formula. So this is the formula to find out the sum of n terms. Here, the sum must be equals to 636. You have to find the number of terms, means you have to find the n, where the first term is given to you as 9. So in this case, the first term is given to you as 9. And the common difference here is 8, because this is the first term and you must have added 8 to the first term to find out the second term, and again you are adding 8 to find out the third term. So here the common difference must be 8. If you are not able to find out the common difference, what can you do is you can subtract first term from the second term. So this will be 17 minus 9, which is equals to 8. So common difference must be equals to 8. Now the first term is 9 and you have to find out, and the common difference here is 8. Now this can be solved. 636, and this is n upon 2. This is 18 plus n minus 1. Now if I want to open this bracket, I have to multiply 8 with both the terms, with n as well as with 1. So 8 multiplied by n will give 8n, and 8 multiplied by minus 1 will give minus 8. Now I can cross multiply this. This is 336 upon 1. So cross multiplying, this multiplied by 2 is, this is equals to 1272, and n when multiplied inside the bracket, it will give 18n plus 8n square minus 8n. Now these two are like terms, so this will become 8n square, plus minus is minus, and this will be 10n, and this is 1272. Now this value can be shifted to this side. So the equation will become 8n square plus 10n minus 1272 if this is equal to 0. So this is the equation we have. I can take 2 as common so that my calculation will be easy, and that 2 when shifted to that side, so it will become 0, because 0 upon something is 0. So I can take 2 as common from this equation so that my equation will become a bit easy to solve. So if I from 8, if I take 2 as common, so only 4 as a factor will remain inside the bracket, and from here only 5, and from here 636 will remain inside the bracket. Now to solve this quadratic equation, what we have to do is we have to split this middle term into two parts, such that the multiplication of those two numbers should be equals to the multiplication of this into this. Means 636 multiplied by 4, and the subtraction of those two numbers must be equals to 5. So now we have to split 5 into those two numbers, and if you are not able to find out those two numbers orally, what you have to do is you have to factorize these numbers, because multiplying those numbers, those factors will give the same number, but you have to check on which those numbers the subtraction is 5. Now this is 636 into 4, so 4 is actually 2 into 2. So what I have to do is I have to find out the factors of 363. So this is 2, 3s are 6, 1, 18, 2, 1 times, 5 and 9, and this is 3, 5, 3, and this is 53 1 times. So 636 can be factorized as 223 into 53, and this is actually 633 in 6 into 4, means there will be 2 and another 2 for this 4. So these are the factors I have, and multiplying these factors obviously will give equals to this number, but you have to take two factors whose subtraction is 5, means the difference between those two factors is 5. So if I consider 53 as a first number and the remaining factor as the second number, so this is 2 into 2 4, into 2 8, into 2 is 16, into 3 is 48. So I have converted this into this, means this multiplied by this and this multiplied by this will give the same result, because these are the factors of this complete number. So but the difference of these two numbers is equals to 5. So obviously 5 can be splitted into 53 and 48. So I can write this as 4n square plus this is 53n and minus 48n and bracket close, and this is equals to 636 equals to 0. So I have splitted this into two terms. Now I can open the bracket. This will become 53n, this will become minus 48n, and this will be 636 equals to 0. Now from the first two factors, if I take n as common, so 4 plus 53, this 4n plus 53 will remain inside the bracket in the first case, and from the second, if I take minus 16 as common, so sorry, I have to take here 12 as a common factor. So from 48, if 12 as a factor is taken out, so only 4 will remain inside the bracket, because 12 into 4 is 48, and from 636, if 12 is taken out, so only 53 will remain inside the bracket, because from here I can write 636 as 2 into 2 into 3 into 53, and if I take this 12, this is 2 into 2 into 3, if I take this 12 as common, so obviously 53 as a factor will remain inside the bracket. Now because I have taken minus here, so both the signs of this will change. Now this and these are the two factors, or you can say two terms, and in both the terms 4n plus 53 is common. So if I take 4n plus 53 as common, so from the first only n will remain inside the bracket, and from the second only 12 will remain inside the bracket. Now the multiplication of these two factors equals to 0. That's mean the value of either of these two factors must be equals to 0. Then only multiplying any two numbers gives us 0. So if I consider this value as 0, so the value of n will be equals to minus 53, and the value of n will be minus 53 upon 4. So this cannot be the value of n, because n are basically the number of terms in this AP, and the number of terms cannot be negative, and the number of terms cannot be in fractions, or you can say in points. I can't say I have a AP, there are minus 3 terms in that AP, so terms cannot be negative, and I can't say that I have 2.5 terms in an AP. I'll say that I have 2 terms in an AP, or I have 3 terms in an AP. I can't say I have 2.6 terms in an AP. So that is wrong. So if I consider this term as 0, so the value of n will be equals to 12. So clearly the number of terms in this AP must be equals to 12. So this is how you can find the solution for this question. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, and if you have any problem in maths, you can contact to us. The phone number and the email address is given below in the description. Thank you.